Hi everyone, my name is Matt with Vism, and this is another FocalPoint software video. Today we're going to be talking about inspections. And what are inspections, you might ask? Well, simply put, inspections are an easy way for you to manage the upkeep of your equipment. So I'm going to show you how to do that, how you can create inspections, how you can manage when they're triggered, and what things are going to be inspected during that process. So FocalPoint does it very well. A lot of softwares don't even give you the opportunity to do this or a way to track it. And so we're going to show you how you can easily do that within FocalPoint. So come on with me here to the screen. Let's dive right in. And here you can see I've already got the software pulled up here. We've got the service department, right? And in the service department menu, you're going to see inspections and inspection forms. All right, so let's just start with inspection forms. Okay, you can't do an inspection without having a form created first. So when I click on this, and now it's going to pull up the active inspection forms that I currently have, right? So you can see that I've got a couple different inspection forms that I've created already. So I've got some that are already done, and you can see that there's different stages on when these are going to be done. They're attached to different rate tables. Let's create a new one so I can show you what that process looks like. It's very easy, very simple to do. So again, this is going to be on equipment that you have in your inventory that needs to be checked and maintained on a regular basis, just to make sure everything is running properly before that equipment goes out or when it's returned, or however you want that process to be done. So as we jump in here to new form, okay, it's just going to pull this up here, and I can add a description in here on what this is. But most importantly, I need to attach this to a rate table. What's going to be inspected, okay? So it's all going to be based off of what you have in your inventory and what rate tables you have. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of them here. I can do a search to find the specific one I need, but let's just say we're going to do an inspection on my 550 dozer here. So I can select this rate table. It's going to auto-populate the description there. I can decide when this is going to be triggered. Okay, is this going to be a pre-check before it goes out to a new customer? Is it going to be when it's returned, from a job? Is it going to be outgoing pickup? Or do we also want to do this manually, meaning we can do this whenever we want to do this? But if you want it set up to where it triggers it automatically, then I suggest like a pre-check or return. Those are two great options. And what that's going to do is that's automatically going to trigger an inspection to be done anytime it is. For example, if I choose return, every time it's returned, it's going to trigger an inspection to be done. Now over here on this list, I've got inspection codes that are preloaded into FocalPoint, so you guys don't have to create all new ones. We've got a bunch that are already set in here. You can choose from any of these, double click on them, it adds them right over here. I can also create new inspection codes if I need to right up here and manage what those look like. So I can just add a bunch of stuff on here depending on what the items that we're going to be inspecting are. So I've just added some stuff right on here. Now I can also do things like decide if something fails an inspection, will it automatically trigger a work order for it to be fixed? What will it do to that piece of equipment if something fails? Will it put that piece of equipment down so that it's not available to rent? All of those are options that are available to you. So keep that in mind, all right? And I'm not going to go through everything on here during this video, but keep that in mind that you have the ability to do that. So once I've created this right here, then I just have to click Save. And now it's loaded into my list here. Now, when I go to inspections, it should populate any inspection that is that's active, anything that needs to be inspected. And as you can see, I've got one here in my list. So if I click on this and it's a skid steer, then it's going to pop up all of the different inspection codes that need to be checked. And so this is my actual inspection form here, and I can print this out if I want to see this, but ideally your technician is going to go through these areas and just check everything. And as you can see, there's a way that I can add notes in here for different things that I'm checking. I can also attach pictures if I want to attach images on anything here. But I'm just going to go through and I'm either going to fail or pass each item, right? And if I've checked everything and everything passes, then I can just click pass all. And then all I need to do is finish it. And what it's going to do is it's going to track everything that's been checked. And again, this is just a way for you to inspect your equipment. This doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process. It can be as short or as thorough and in-depth as you'd like it to be. You guys have control over that. But once it's done, then I'm just going to hit finish. And if you've got the feature set up this way, it'll require a signature from the technician. And then I can save it. And now that has been completed. And you see it drops off my list. Now, if I were to go into that piece of equipment in my inventory, it would have that inspection listed in there. So I could see every inspection that's ever been done on it. And this is great for when you go to sell your equipment, right? Because it's similar to a Carfax. When you're buying a car, you want to see all of the history. Well, if someone is buying that piece of equipment from you, you've got a whole list in the history of inspections and any maintenance that's been performed on it. So I know this was a very quick video that I quickly went through the inspection forms and how to create those and how to do an inspection, but hopefully this just gives you a little bit of insight into the capabilities within the service department, which are built into FocalPoint software. So if you have any additional questions on this, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, shoot us an email, reach out to us. We can set up a demo to do this in a live setting with you and go through this in a more in-depth setting. But until then, my name is Matt, and this is FocalPoint Software. Thanks for joining.